2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's Kevin Harlan. Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game against the Jazz in Utah. And I don't think I was the only one surprised, not just by their win, but guys, by what an emphatic win it was.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Felt like the louder the crowd got and the more hostile they were, the more together this team played. So it worked out nicely.
And we see it so often, Brent. A good team gets up for a big game and they win. And then they fall down with their performance and lose to an inferior club the very next game.
Interesting point, because last year we saw this so much with the eventual champion Golden State Warriors, where they just seem to be disillusioned with some of the competition on a given night, playing down to their competition. So if I was a coach in this league, I would use them as an example that even the best team in the business struggles with this, and you have to find a way out of it. We're not the Warriors. We want to be the Warriors. So we got to break out of this funk a lot quicker, and this cannot be part of our identity as we move forward.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Jimmy Butler is out there with Collins, and it's Fox. Then it's John Henson. Murray kicks to Durant. Hits the three-point bomb.
Just one smooth, elongated motion. Durant is just a machine and so repeatable on his delivery.
Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And
guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Murray, the pass to Durant. Over Butler. And it's Durant missing. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Jim Boylan. The one point of emphasis was this is a fast team that they're playing. Their goal is to try and force them into the half court and not to let them run in transition. We'll see if it's successful, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Levine. Oh!
Yeah. And I don't know if there's anybody who can match Levine when it comes to the art of the dunk. He is a highlight reel waiting to happen.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Butler after the Bulls pick up 2. Here's Fox. Carter with the block. Durant against Butler. And the cheer by Levine.
Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits, makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Grimes. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Outside, Levine. And the foul on John Henson. That's his first foul. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, here's Durant. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
KD gets down into the block and little shoulder shimmy and moves away from the defense. No way to get to that shooting window.
Now here's Butler. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Shot clock at 3. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Levine. Durant deciding where to go with it. Outside, Levine. The pass to Markkanen. Murray outside. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Murray's got his first points of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Fox with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Feeds it to Butler. Over Levine. Butler, no good. For Atlanta, they come in off the loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Brent, as a former dunk contest winner, I have to ask your thoughts on one of the great Hawks of all time, the terrific human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins.
Well, Dominique, one of the greatest athletes this game has ever seen, and one of the most feared dunkers, obviously, of his era. You remember a lot of the highlights with Neek coming in, flying in, and finishing off a shot that might have missed from the opposite wing and going up over the top in 2 or 3 guys. So he certainly doesn't get enough credit nationally for the type of offensive firepower that Neek provided for his beloved Atlanta Hawks for years and years.
And so Levine nails both of them.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
The Hawks trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
I mean, a tough one. Faced some serious intensity in terms of that comeback, and they just got overwhelmed in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't stay in the game long enough to force overtime.
Now, here's Collins. 9 points last game out. Poked away. Grimes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
And he makes both free throws. Now Murray. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
I felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
Now here's Durant. They lead by 7. 4 on the clock. Trying to get open is Parker. Poked away. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 8-point game. Bryant, guarded by Levine. Here's Fox. No good there. Good work defensively by Carter. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Murray left side. Levine deciding where to go with it. Markkanen kicks to Murray. Over Collins. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Hawks trail by 8. And here is Fox. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And John Henson with the slam.
More and more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
Bulls have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, there's an old cliche, Kevin, we've heard or said a million times about speed killing. Well, perhaps no player is more emblematic of that than De'Aaron Fox. End to end, he could be one of the fastest players in the league.
Some of the best free throw shooters in the NBA. Let's highlight it. 5th, Kevin Durant.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Pass to Melton. Rebound by Butler. Well, Fox is a blur in transition. Brent, his speed is a weapon.
Yeah, and he can use it if he has the ball or if he doesn't. Become a slasher and get into the teeth of the defense. Defensively, his lateral quickness and intensity also can make him a pest. It'll be nice to see if he takes some pride on that end of the floor growing up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on.
I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Portis against Butler. Here's Durant.
And I love what Butler gives this team on the defensive end. Can guard a number of positions and does a good job with his help D.
Over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Fox. Here's Henson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Melton. 11 points for him in that last game against the Utah Jazz. Traveling has been a concern for the NBA for a while. For a purist like you, do you like that?
Well, you got to get from city to city, Kevin.
I don't think that's the kind of traveling I'm talking about here. Yes. I only ask you pay attention. That's all.
Kevin.
It's a simple request.
Yeah, they're doing a better job. Some get away with it more than others. How's that?
What an answer. Thank you, Brent. First free throw is good. The Hawks making a switch here. Farrell's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Hawks trail by 7. Outside Butler. And Durant sends it back.
The long arm of the law. Durant is not a premier shot blocker, but you wouldn't know it from that play.
Shots good from Butler.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Chicago leading by 5. Melton passes to Portis. Outside Durant. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Putting on a clinic tonight. Durant can use either hand to break you down off the dribble.
Outside Butler. The outside fadeaway. Butler's got 6.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Pass to Portis. And no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Durant against Butler. And Durant sends it back. Shoots from 14. It's Dedmon with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 5. Butler deciding where to go with it. Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Chicago calls timeout. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Here is Durant. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Right side, Portis. 6 to shoot. to the middle. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Portis has got his first points in this one. So it's the Hawks now, trailing by 5. Here's Farrell, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Butler dishes to Dedmon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Really not ever easy to contain a 7-foot specimen. Dedmon using his height, and it comes in handy that time.
Now here's Valentine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Passes it to Melton. 5 on the clock. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Farrell kicks to Collins. Now here's Bazemore. 20 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Fun to watch Kent Bazemore flesh out more of his overall game. Quick at getting passes over to his teammates.
Now here's Durant. Over to the wing. Here's Melton. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. From 6 away. Rebound by the Hawks. Now the pass to Bazemore. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Here's Dedmon. 1:24 left here in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Goes up at the stripe. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And where the shot's been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Atlanta.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
Here's Levine. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Farrell kicks to Dedmon. Down low. Bazemore misses.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Picked away. Fast break, the Hawks. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Bazemore showing what every lefty has, and that's craftiness. Just uses his body very well and takes smart shots within the offense.
With Kent Bazemore, Brent, a lot of what he brings on the defensive end starts with his length, a very large, long arm span.
Yeah, not a picnic for any guard that's trying to navigate around the length of Kent Bazemore. He's always had an impressive steal and block total as the seasons have gone on. And the ball handler doesn't ever feel quite comfortable with Baze around.
And the first one drops. He's off on the second. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Levine can't hit.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
Herter defended by Carter. Dedmon passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Outside, Levine. Inside, here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
1 second left, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Back right after this. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but with that comes a lot of, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. Every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on, you wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Then there's Valentine, and it's Melton in at the point. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. You love a good mid-range game. We don't see it that much, but I know you have a couple guys you think have a pretty strong mid-range game.
Chris Paul still has dominated the mid-range. Kevin, it was interesting because him joining the Houston Rockets, who it's all about threes and layups. Daryl Morey, I think, recognized we need somebody that can come off the pick and roll and make those kind of plays happen, not only at the rim for Capella, but shoot it himself. So Chris Paul still dominates in the mid-range. Kawhi Leonard has shown some skills at the mid-range. Even though last year, obviously, just 9 games, he's still a dangerous weapon. It'll be interesting to see if that's still part of his arsenal for this season. And then C.J. McCollum has been one of the best mid-range scorers in the league for the Portland Trail Blazers over the past couple of seasons.
And he makes that one. And it's 6 points for Wendell Carter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Brooks misses. Chicago leading by 6. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Here's Farrell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Feed to Collins. And again, unable to change momentum here. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. He's guarded by Collins. Kicks it to Markkanen. Fades. And the shot goes in. And now a 10-point Bulls lead.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Here's Farrell. It's to Dedmon. He dishes it to Brooks. The Hawks again can't hit. Bulls have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Valentine shot good.
You can blame some poor defense on that play. Just a total breakdown. You got to at least contest at some point.
Atlanta calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And here is Fox. After Denzel Valentine hitting the three, basket good.
And providing the score, boy, they need it. That stops a 12-0 run by Chicago.
Pass to Markkanen. He kicks to Valentine. Dedmon defending. A shot, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Brooks outside. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Fox passes to Henson. Yep, that one goes. Henson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hawks.
Now, this is where he should operate. Henson has developed his skills, has limited range.
This is to Carter. And it's Fox with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 9. Dish now to Brooks. To the inside. Henson. Good on the bucket. Henson's got 6.
This is where a big chunk of the points for John Henson come from. Outside of offensive rebounding, he gets it done on the pick and roll.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. Take a look at the Hawks. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move. And, of course, the Bulls. They find themselves in the 8th spot.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season. And that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Unfortunately, those expectations were right on the money. They just weren't ready to join that elite group of teams at the top of this league. And they're still in the playoff picture, and we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
And so it's Atlanta with it after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Stolen by Brooks. 3-on-3. Here's Fox. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Murray kicks to Portis. Outside, Levine. And the 3 off target.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
2 points. That one goes.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Wednesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
First one falls for Butler. He's checked in for Atlanta. So he gets them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Fox against Murray. Fox with it. 5 points in the game. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. Fox has got 7 points in the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
A lottery pick back in 2012, John Henson has pretty much flown under the radar except around the rim. People understand just how effective he can be there. A quality defender and rim protector.
Now Fox following Durant's three-point attempt. Dedmon with the block.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
Here's Grimes. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. You look at Butler, such quick hands, second in the NBA. And, of course, DeJounte Murray, a few spots down. He's another guy who can pick your pocket.
Between these two guys, it's been quite a month of thievery.
Shooting two.
Just look at the steals for them over that period of time.
The first one falls. So he gets them both. And it's the Bulls with the ball. 3-point lead. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Inside. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Here's Fox after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Passes it to Dedmon. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Dedmon's got his second basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
The Hawks making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in. Outside, LaVine. Defended by Butler. 5 to shoot. With the fadeaway. And he can't bank that one in.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
They don't want John Henson getting in that close. Feels like he could just reach up while he's on the ground and still get that done.
Defended by Butler. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And LaVine throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Fox against Murray. Here's Grimes. He feeds it to Henson. The pass to Bazemore. Henson trying to break free. And Kent Bazemore with the 3. Bazemore's got the game tied up here for the Hawks. Murray surveying the D. Guarded by Fox. Durant in the corner. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Durant's got 10 points.
Well, for a tall guy, Durant has such dexterity and rhythm on the catch and shoot. It's just interesting to watch.
As to Henson. Grimes, guarded by Levine. Kicks it to Fox. Durant against Butler. And Durant sends it back. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. Collins checked in for the Hawks. The Bulls leading by 3. Murray right side. Markkanen against Fox. And that one, good. Markkanen's got 4 this quarter.
Look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
Levine against Fox. Pass to Collins. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Chicago. He kicks it to Markkanen. Outside Portis. Durant finds Portis. Here's Murray, defended by Henson. Here's Levine. Shoots over Bazemore. Rebounded by the Hawks. And 1:01 left in the first half of the game. Passes it to Fox. Now Bazemore. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Here's Farrell. Clock is at 3. Takes a 3. Kevin Durant with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 3. The pass to Levine. Pass to Collins. Here's Farrell. He's guarded by Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, Bazemore with it. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Bazemore's got 7 points.
And the three-point shot is something Bazemore has improved steadily over his career. You can't give him room like that to fire.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the three-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's Chicago up 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
I love it. You know why I love it, Ernie? Because they're getting the ball inside and converting. Not just sitting back behind the line shooting threes. See, that's kept the defense scrambling a little bit, unable to lock in on anything. Get it in, We'll kick it back out, then you shoot it.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
Well, we saw that in the first half, and he's constantly on the move and slipping behind the eyes of the defense to work closer to the rim.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Fox. Collins is out there with John Henson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Hawks passing it around, and it's blocked.
And how about marketing, using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Durant. Putting up about 24 points per, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
It's stolen by Carter. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Off target with his 3. The Hawks trail by 3. Brent, has there ever been a player who scores more easily with less effort than Kevin Durant?
Well, I know this, Kevin, that Kevin puts in a ton of work to make it look as easily as it does. There's just nobody that can match up with KD. And when he's playing like this, he gets out into the mid-range and starts to hit a few shots. Watching him be on fire for a night is a treat.
Now here's Murray. Outside Durant. Fires from the wing. That one goes in. Durant's got the first basket of the second half here for the Bulls.
With KD, there's just not a spot on the floor where once he gets it, you don't feel like he's confident and comfortable to score. Tonight, inflicting some serious pain.
Here's Butler. 8 points for him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Jimmy Butler is something of a quirky character. Has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Free throw drops for Butler. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
And Durant gets it to go.
It's just lethal. Once Kevin Durant gets into that spot, he can rise up, and it's pretty much going to go in.
Kicks to Henson. And here's Collins. 6 points for him. Pass to Butler. Clock at 4. Over Durant. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Butler.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Hawks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Butler. Softly drops in the floater. Butler's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, you can't give Butler any room off that screen. Once he has that, you know he's going to let it fly.
13 feet away. 3-pointer, Markkanen. No good on that one. And Atlanta will come the other way. Butler in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 5th assist in this one. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Murray, the pass to Markkanen. Durant kicks to Levine. To halt the run, and Henson sends it back.
Well, he's a great shot blocker. Henson still trying to bring the rest of his game up to that level.
To the middle, here's Butler. Passes it to Henson. Grimes. He's guarded by Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Butler missing again. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
Well, a fast start in the first half. Looks like he's playing the second half in the mud.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
And how about the strength inside there from Butler? Just excellent at finding ways to get the D to foul him down low.
And the first one at the line is good.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And so Butler nails both of them. And it's the Bulls with the ball. 4-point game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Down low. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And that's now 21 points for Butler.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Now a list of guys who can shoot it as well as they can pass it. The point guards with the highest shooting percentage in the NBA. 5th, De'Aaron Fox.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
Well, it's about taking smart shots and playing with great control. And that smart shot selection coupled with tremendous pure shooting, that's got them on the top of the list.
Here's Brooks after the Bulls pick up 2. Butler passes to Dedmon. Fox against Murray. Up top, Fox. 7 points in the game. Clock is at 3. Out of hand on it. Now here's Murray. Levine kicks to Murray. And the pass to Markkanen. Butler against Durant. And And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Murray. 7th in steals, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Murray against Fox. He kicks it to Butler. Brooks outside. A pass to Fox. Back to Brooks. A 3-ball. They get it back from deep. Here's Collins. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Murray against Fox. Here's Brooks. It's on target from the high post. Brooks has got his first points of the game. Bulls trail by 4. Murray with it. He has 6. Kicks to Markkanen. Left side Durant. The shot's good. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
Is KD stronger than we think? Probably. Muscling in there.
Brooks dishes to Butler. Right wing. Now Fox. He's got 7. Tries again. And it's good on the way up. Dedmon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, if you don't box him out, you're a dead man.
To the inside. Stolen by Collins. Pass to Butler. Fade away. And it's off the back rim. No good. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Levine. Shot clock at 5. A second chance effort. Atlanta with the rebound. Dedmon's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. On defense, Chicago. Trailing by 4. Farrell for 3. The shot comes out. The Bulls shooting a troubling 38% in the foot. Not the finest work of this offense. Out left of the wing. Outside Portis. It's Durant on the wing. He's got 19. Trying to get open his Carter. No good from Durant. The Hawks leading by 4. And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. Clock at 4. And the Bulls with another miss.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Herter defended by Durant. And the pass to Collins. Bazemore on the wing. 9 points in the game so far. Shoots over Portis. Here's Collins to the wing right side. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bulls trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Melton. He kicks it to Carter. Melton passes to Durant. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Got to get out of his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
And here's the break. Here's Valentine. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And the Hawks with possession here following Durant's three-point attempt. Bazemore passes to Dedmon. Collins kicks to Dedmon. Now here's Bazemore, defended by Carter. A step-back shot here. Bazemore misses.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the scorer.
Valentine got it. Good job in the low post. Valentine's got his second basket of the night. 1:09 left in the third. And here's Bazemore. He's got 9. Pass to Farrell. Shoots a 3. Bazemore misses.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
And that one's good. Durant.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
To the right side. Kicks it to Dedmon. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The Hawks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And he knocks down the first one.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Chicago trailing here.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen.
And a wide open look for Portis. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Portis has got 7.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
From past the arc, got a piece of it. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Chicago Bulls. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Carter, Valentine out there with Portis, and it's Melton in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
here's Henson. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, John Henson is out there to attack the glass and try and be a force. This is a big part of how he generates any of his offense.
Here's Melton. Feeds it to Carter. Pass to Melton. And here is Portis. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Carter. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Great patience on the block, elevating with ease and then sinking the close range shot over the top of the D.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And that one, good. Here's Melton. Carter at the elbow. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
To the middle, here's Grimes. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
Now here is Carter. Pass to Portis. They get a hand on it. To take the lead. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Baseline jumper. Here's Carter, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Here's Farrell, the pass to Henson. Herter, defended by Portis. 6 to shoot. Here's Farrell. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Hawks lead by 1.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Now here is Carter. Up top, Portis. And it's Chicago scoring again. The Hawks have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
Now, I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. Told them, hey, stick with what's working. He said they're giving us all the room we need to get easy looks in the paint. Let's keep working the ball inside. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Here's Melton. Inside, Valentine. Banked in off the glass.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Dishes it to Butler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Free throw drops for Butler.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
And so Butler nails both of them. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Markkanen kicks to Portis. It's Durant on the wing. Pass to Murray. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The dish to Butler. Pass to Henson. Trying to find Fox. Gets it to him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
De'Aaron Fox not backing away that time from the contact, drawing the defense into him.
Throw good, Fox.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about, but speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
He's off on the second.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
And I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
Grimes, guarded by Levine. Fox against Murray. 5 on the clock. Fox, no good. Bulls have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Collins against Levine. There's Portis, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
One shot, gentlemen.
The Hawks trail by 5. Passes it to Collins. Wants to get it to Butler and does. And Durant sends it back. Markkanen passes to Durant. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And that one drops for him. The Bulls leading by 3. Levine with it. And there's the pass to Portis. It's Durant on the wing. Clock at 6. And the Bulls with another miss. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Fox. And that one goes long.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Murray, the pass to Durant.
Well, the great ones can do this. When Durant gains an advantage inside, you know he's going to score or he's going to get fouled.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
It's pretty evident to see that Kevin Durant is driven to be a great player, but it's his love for the game. The passion he has for basketball is something that's just off the charts. I know he's anxious to have another great competitive year in the NBA.
Durant hits them both.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Fox dishes to Butler. Pass to Henson. He kicks to Fox. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. Here's Collins, and that one good.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Now here's Murray. Outside, Levine. The feed to Durant. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. And it's now 26 points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Now here's Levine. Down low. Markkanen kicks to Murray. Pass to Levine. Outside Durant. Fires for three. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And that one drops for him.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Bean passes to Markkanen. Portis against Collins. Portis kicks to Durant. Butler with the steal. Pull-up jumper, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And now just a 1-point Chicago lead. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Murray dishes to Markkanen. Durant against Butler. Butler with the steal. He feeds it to Fox. Back to Butler to take the lead. Passes it to Henson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Grimes. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Chicago calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Chicago trailing here. Murray outside. From 12 feet out. Here's Carter. Rebound Atlanta. Henson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Butler from outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists now in the game.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possessions.
Now here's Durant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Durant hits them both.
Seems like the more that's at stake, the more he rises to the challenge.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. To the paint, here's Fox. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Inside, here's Durant. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Durant's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
And he sort of had that look in his eyes. Durant staying cool in the clutch moment.
And the pass to Butler. Over Durant. Tries again. Henson shot is off.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
To the middle. Durant, no good. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
That shot misses. Some solid defense from Butler. Fox kicks to Butler. That misses off the back.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. It shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Murray. Pass to Durant. It's tipped. Pulls up on the wing. It falls!
Despite a laid-back nature, Durant demands the ball in crunch time. This is why.
And Lloyd Pierce wants a timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
That will count. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We expect big games from you. How do you put together 4 quarters of excellence like tonight?
Well, I'm just playing off my teammates. I'm not trying to force anything. Just take what the defense gives me and be aggressive.
Yeah, you set the tone tonight and got the win. Thanks very much, Kevin. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.